Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 32 gives us some extraordinarily wise advice. It says, "He that refuseth instructions despises his own soul," or despiseth his own soul. So as we look at that and begin to recognize that, it's an interesting thing. This can go in many different directions. A child that refuses the instruction of his parents or her parents, they despise their own soul. A pupil, a student that despises the instruction of the teacher, they are a fool. They despise their own soul. A worker who refuses the instruction. They're in a labor, they're in a trade, they're in that, maybe they've been educated to that, but their boss has much more experience than they do, has much more wisdom than they do, but they despise that instruction. And so as they despise that instruction, they refuse that instruction, rather, they despise their own soul, is what the Bible is saying right there. And so when you look at that and you begin to understand that, why are they despising their own soul, or how are they despising their own soul? They're setting themselves up for destruction. Now, the one that doesn't take heed to the truths of the Word of God, friends, I want you to understand they're putting themselves in the worst form of destruction. They are the worst case scenarios of the fools that are despising their own soul. The one that won't take heed to the gospel, as I've said over the past couple of days, friends, they are the greatest of fools. But it's not just the ones who are despising the gospel, rejecting the gospel, and turning the back upon Jesus. There's also many Christians that won't listen to God. And they wonder why their life is in such a mess. They wonder why things are so hectic. They are neglecting that instruction. They are refusing that instruction. And therefore they despise their own soul. They're setting themselves up for a fall, according to the Word of God. But he that heareth reproof getteth understanding. And so when we look at that, the one that hears reproof, he's going to get that understanding. They don't despise their own soul. They say, you know what, I've been doing it wrong. I've messed up. I've blown it. Been doing it the wrong way all of this time, maybe for years, maybe all of my life. But now I understand, now I get it, because I have received the instruction, because I've received the reproof. I've come into agreement that I'm doing it wrong. I'm not doing it the right way, the proper way. I'm not doing it God's way. And if I continue in that path, I'm a fool. I despise my own soul, because I'm setting myself up for destruction. But when I receive that reproof and I accept that reproof, then I can receive the instruction. Then I can grow. If I receive the gospel, then I can be saved, because I put my faith and trust in Jesus Christ. Because I know I'm a lost, undone sinner and I need Him. And as a Christian, I'm not going to keep beating my head against a brick wall time and time again. But I'm going to come under that reproof, and I'm going to come under the instruction of the Word of God and the truth of God. I'm going to say, yes, Lord. I'm going to stop being that hard-headed fool, and I'm going to stop doing things my way. And Lord, because He is Lord, by the way, and Lord, I'm going to do it your way.